Anyway, we're pre-recording an episode early. This is going to come out like next week, I think. Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Why did this come out Monday and then the Friday one comes out the next week?
Oh, well, we're doing one Friday, and then that'll come out Monday because that's more recent.
Oh, gotcha.
And then
it'll come out next Monday.
This one will come out.
I like that Gerardo's on it.
I like that.
He's like, that's not your release schedule. It doesn't come out on Friday.
Yeah, it's good. Because I'm going to New York for like 10 days with Tim. It should be good. I haven't been to New York in a long time.
Going to the Hamptons.
You know, New York's got a lot of history, a lot of rich history. It's where Hitch was filmed.
What? Amazing
Made in
stuff.
Manhattan. So that's why I'm going. I just want to see where Hitch was. I want to see like where they filmed Hitch.
Maybe you can go to Jenny's block and see where she told off.
Jenny's block.
She told
Jennifer
off.
Lopez from New York, right?
I've heard.
Is that why Hustlers? She's like the queen of New York in that movie or whatever.
I think so. Yeah.
She's from Brooklyn.
She's from the Bronx.
That's what I said.
My whole life growing up, I've always just thought New York is Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like every part of New York, I'm like, Brooklyn. I'm like, here we are in Brooklyn.
Queensbridge, Brooklyn.
I'm about the Statue of Liberty. I'm like, classic Brooklyn.
It's the coolest spot just to throw out.
Isn't New York, like they say, dating is way easier in New York?
I don't know.
Hasn't that always... Didn't you like live there for a little bit or something? Or?
No, my girlfriend did.
I thought New York it's easier to get like women or whatever because they're just like in LA everyone's like trying to be famous and they know that they're hot shit, but in New York it's like more... You got like just as good looking of women, but they're more like... They're just more normal, down to earth, I guess.
Dating's hard. You know, wherever you go, it's dating.
I have it on Tinder, you know.
You know, dating, you take a girl out and then you got to pay. What's the whole process, huh? Isn't it tough?
When you were in New York, women in New York look as good as probably like LA, right?
No. Women in LA look much better.
Way better?
Yeah, I mean, there's models in New York. There's that aspect of New York.
Yeah, I thought there's like a lot of hot women in New York.
Right, but LA has all the most attractive people in the
all
world.
Come
they're
from
all
small
they're all
towns,
vapid and
yeah.
You know, it's hard to talk to them, or they're scheming, or they're a psycho actress.
Right.
I'm saying this like from a point of experience. I don't.
I feel like women in New York look like Rosario Dawson. Like,
yeah, you got Puerto Rican women.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Women in LA look like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah,
and women in DC look like Jim Gaffigan.
DC's the ugliest city.
The worst
of all time.
I've never in my life, when I was in DC, I had never seen so many women just openly eating double cheeseburgers and just plates full of fries.
And proud of it.
And from LA, I'm like, oh my God, that's like saying the N-word here for a woman. Like you'd never want to be seen eating carbs or anything. It was like really refreshing actually. Just women just eating just pita bread.
just scooping out
dry
hummus.
pita bread. And then the hummus was gone. They're just eating dry pita bread like animals.
We walked past that Chipotle. They got double meat in there.
Yeah.
They were going for it.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate it. Ugly.
Yeah,
not
very
not
ugly
good
city.
Looking. Yeah, it's an ugly city.
I kind of miss Baltimore.
Charm City.
I liked Baltimore a lot when I was there.
You're hopping all over the globe. Look at you. Hamptons, Baltimore, D.C.
I'm a traveling man. I'm a cultured man.
I don't think anyone's... D.C., Baltimore, that whole... D.C., Baltimore, Philly, I think are pretty much unanimously considered pretty ugly.
Really? Philly's ugly too?
Yeah. They'll probably come after.
I've never spent like any real time in Philly. I was there as a kid once, and like we were like looking at the Bell.
I love Philly. People hate it though.
Their Bell is their famous things like broken. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's
It's
cracked.
got a big crag in it, right, folks?
You nailed it.
I nailed that city.
Global Devan.
I go on like I just do the exact Bill Burr rant, and I act like I act like it's me. I go, your whole city's fucking revolves around a guy that doesn't even exist.
That's new.
Yeah, it's fresh.
That's some fresh shit right there.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, the annoying thing I thought about, because I'm from D.C., and I was like, why is it, what annoys me so much about D.C., like why do I like L.A. more? And it's because it's the same level of scheming and just narcissism, but they're ugly.
But they're just content with their looks.
At least the pieces of shit here are voluptuous.
Yeah. Voluptuous or voluptuous?
Voluptuous. Thank you, Devan.
Yeah. You see, you from DC, you wanted to make it about food. It almost sounded like voluptuous. It almost sounded like foodie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. DC, it's there's an evil there in the city when we were there.
There's an evil here too. I don't know if you've heard of the Weinstein Company. I was just at the Proper, one of his old stomping grounds earlier tonight. And it was in the air. Rape was in the air.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's a great place to get a cabana and
people
just
covering their drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You know, as a kid, I
corner
thought, or
actors.
not as a kid, but like not too long ago, I thought people put napkins on their drinks when they left for a second to stop like date rapists. And then somebody's like, no, it's just so they don't take your drinks away. And then I thought about it longer and I'm like, yeah, I'm an idiot. Why would you could just take off the napkin?
You're on a train of a lot of odd thoughts today, you know.
I don't know what's
Brooklyn's
going on
all of
today.
New York, you know, tops of drinks.
That's funny.
That's good. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
I thought something.
You're
and
trying to
it
shoot
was
stuff
wrong.
down. You're in a weird mood.
I thought something, and it was like not what it is. Isn't this great?
Yeah, that's comedy, Richie.
You did. It was good.
Richie's getting all
You did
literal.
it 5 times in a row.
Richie's just disgusted by comedy right now.
All we did was talk about comedy leading up to doing this podcast.
I wasn't even talking about comedy. You were just shooting down.
You just brought up comedy.
You did. By
No, I
hating
didn't.
comedy.
You were just doing a thing. Oh, go with everything I said. Like, you know, that's how I felt. What do you want from me?
All right, you're off the podcast.
Talk about fucking your aunt. Let's go.
Scoot.
Yes. You're fucking up everything, Devin.
I'm sorry I didn't run with I'll run with something else.
I stole more today.
I'll yes man for you.
Where'd you steal from?
Talked about this on the Patreon.
Don't jump in. Don't worry. What'd you say? What'd you
Now Richie's.
What'd you say? Hold on.
I want him to fight. You guys fight.
Gerardo, shut up. Where'd you steal from? See, I can go with it.
There you go. there you go. Richie's in a real mood.
I'm here. Let's go.
You're in a real mood.
Let's go,
tonight,
Devin. Where'd you steal from?
What do you need? You need a pickle or something?
Well,
'Cause you're a
Jewish. I'll dip it in my coffee like one of the
Like one of the
Safdies.
Safdies?
That's sicko.
I stole it from Target,
Nice.
which I feel like it's mandatory to steal.
Which
from
location?
there. In the Galleria, Glendale.
I'll applaud you that you're taking it public because I thought this would just be like a Patreon thing where you talk about it like behind closed doors.
Well, because
And
it's
you're
just
taking it
satire.
public.
It's a joke.
It is. It's your act.
I didn't do it. It's a joke.
It's for an act.
It's for an act. It's like when somebody smokes on stage. It's like theatrical, you know? It's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
theatrical purposes.
It's like that podcaster who was racist and got fired as an EMT recently. That was a video I saw online.
Huh?
Yeah, there's this EMT who got fired, and the judge is like scolding him. He's like, "That's racist. This is and he's like, "It's comedy. Sorry, you don't have a sense of humor on my podcast."
What did he do? What was the jokes the guy was, or what was not the jokes?
They didn't repeat the joke in the clip that I saw, but it was just the judge scolding the EMT who made it. Oh no, it was a joke about he had to use a bigger syringe on a black person. That was I didn't really understand what the comedy was.
What's even the correlation?
I don't know. That they're
He's like, they got big dicks and they got big veins.
I bet.
What is the correlation there?
I bet something like that. He's like, they're big and they're they're muscular and better than me.
So he's doing like a TikTok. Like he filmed himself doing a TikTok or something. I
he
was admitted it publicly to somehow that he did that.
No, he's an EMT, and then it went public. You know that someone found it or related it back to him, and then he was in court.
Right.
And he got fired as an EMT.
And then he's in court saying, it's a joke, Your Honor.
Yeah, he's like, it's my podcast. Sorry you don't understand comedy.
Does he not have a podcast?
No, he does have a podcast. And I think it's related to like something.
Jesus Christ. So depressing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
An EMT is a podcast. EMTs are such mongoloids. I don't trust any of them. They're such losers, honestly. Most of them that I've met, and I've met none, but all the people I knew in school that went on to become EMTs are like, I can't imagine that guy showing up in an emergency and like what do they do? They put you on a cart,
right?
And then
well, we find out now that a lot of EMTs, it's all private, and they're nickel and diming people.
That's right. What the fuck? Have you guys seen this? What is ambulance?
Yeah, it's like the hit.
It's like an independent ambulance. It's like not even from the state. It's like it's like DoorDash of ambulances.
It's the A24 ambulance.
Seriously, like is that a private? It's a privately owned ambulance business.
They're all privately owned.
They are, even the ones.
I'm sure there's some that are related to the whatever, but they all have contracts with the hospital. That's why when they show up, their goal is to get you to the hospital, no matter.
That's why
what.
they really try and say like, you have an issue, you need to come.
Yes, no matter what, they don't
it's
get
like
paid.
$1,000.
They work on commission. They're like fucking stockbrokers.
They're like car salesmen.
Car salesmen. Yeah, anyone who works on commission. They're telemarketers. Yeah,
Jesus, sick.
for your life.
It sucks that people get sick out there. Luckily, I'll never get sick. I'll never need one.
No, I'll never have
I'm
that problem.
immortal.
Give me a cigarette, but no, I'll never have a health problem in my life.
Yeah. Wow, that's I didn't. Most ambulances they got the official. They look like they're for. It says like L.A. City. This one is literally. It looks like a
Uber
food delivery truck.
Yeah. It does. Yeah, they're
Very creepy.
It looks like it's related to the Uber app. Like
Yes,
they get
it
that
does.
like a little dingy thing comes up and they're like, I'm not taking that one.
They're not taking
That's
it.
all the way out in Alhambra.
Gunshot. Shut up. They cancel it.
$4.
They do what we do with Uber Eats. They call it in. They go, my car broke down. Just pay me.
They still pay you when you get. They have scams too. You get to keep the body.
You get to keep the body. Oh wow, you really fixed that. You know what you're doing. Yeah, I've always wondered about those independent ambulances. It's creepy.
I think they're even the ones that look legit. I bet I'm wrong. There's got to be ones that are just for the city, but I'm pretty sure the majority of them are all contracted, and they work on commission. Yeah,
That's, the healthcare in this country ain't great.
you got the left
Yeah,
who
the
wants
left,
to give it
the
out to
right.
everybody, and and the right.
If Trump was president, that wouldn't be happening. That's why we need to stop the steal, right, Gerardo?
Yes, sir.
Right?
I know, shut down that that socialist Obamacare. If it was up to Trump,
What even is healthcare now? Didn't Trump end Obamacare? So, Obamacare was kind of bad. I remember, I think my dad is such
Obamacare is not bad.
My
Dan.
dad was such a fucking, just Democrat to the bitter end, just boomer Democrat, that I remember when we had to had to get Obamacare when I was in high school, and my mom and dad both lost their health care, and then we were getting fined, and my dad was defending it. He was like, it's a good thing if this helps out. He was happy to help out others, and I'm my mom and her well, we don't have health care, Dad. What? That was bad. Yeah, getting fined.
Yeah, that glad to help out others, just pitching in. That's for wine moms to sit around sanctimoniously swirling.
Yeah, we
wine.
weren't doing great.
Yeah,
We lived in a one-room house. And he's like, it's good if it gets. There's poor people out there. We're what, like us? Yeah. What is healthcare now?
as far as I haven't
seen a doctor in 10 years.
I just made an appointment for the first time in about 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you gonna have him check?
Actually, I didn't know. She's gonna call me on Friday. The appointment lady comes in once a week.
Oh.
That's state insurance.
Who's your provider? Fucking
Well, it's
Medi-Cal.
but it's Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah. State covered healthcare is horrific. I think they kicked me off Medi-Cal because I made $9,000 and that's a little too much for them or something.
That got you kicked off.
I'm joking, but you can't make more than $11,000 or you get kicked off Medi-Cal.
Well, I'll have no problems with that.
I don't mind it because every time I used it, it was the doctor is in the back of a Waba grill. The chef just gives you an IV.
I'm curious to see where mine is. I think mine is on top of an A1 massage parlor.
Is it?
I think so. Maybe they jack me when I go to the doctor.
That's how they keep you healthy.
Yeah.
Did you see that video speaking of a Jack Shack? We Spa, this Korean.
Yeah.
It's
famous.
it's a corporation of
famous
massage.
one. Open 24/7.
That lady that's in there, she's talking about there's a trans person in the locker room with the women, but it's I don't think the trans person had done that much work yet on the transition. So it was a guy with a dick out, and she's there's young girls in here, and she's screaming at the We Spa staff, and they're she identifies as a woman. And it's just this big outrage, and the videos, I don't even know if it's worth playing.
It's the woman in pink. And
you don't see her. She's either a black woman or a Mexican lady, just kind of yelling at them about he's a man. That's a man. He had a dick. There's young girls. He had a dick. This is not okay. And the We Spa people, they just have to be that's there's. We respect all people, and
we support ladyboys.
We support
we
it
have
all.
ladyboys on site.
I don't think We Spa does that, do they?
Is that offensive saying ladyboy? I only do it because they say that at
really
massage
offensive,
parlors. That I'm sorry. Anyway.
What a thing to
Oh,
say.
so sorry.
You kike. Getting offended at you. I just say the worst. Can you believe he said ladyboy? This fucking
This K.
This fucking K.
Him and his damn J.
Look at this.
brain.
Point at this J. I just hit my nose.
Your big J nose.
I'm a J too.
That was the J part of you hitting your J nose on the microphone.
But yeah, the trans thing, that was interesting. I have no comments on it because I'm afraid it'll ruin my life. But
yeah,
it was
massage
just an
parlors.
interesting video.
I don't know if this is related, but I saw a video of a woman in pink then standing outside a massage massage parlor. Maybe it was We Spa. I believe it was in LA. She's doing like a one-woman protest, and then she's getting swarmed by anti-protesters who are shoving her,
Hitting a woman.
and calling. They're like transphobe. It's like the Lord of the Flies with Piggy, but like transphobe.
Yeah, just poking her.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And it was interesting because in the comments, everybody was saying, yeah, of course I support trans rights, but this is a bad look. I mean, you're bullying this.
Right.
She's alone. You're an angry mob shoving a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all, even though their faces are covered, you can tell pretty much everyone's probably early 20s. This woman's in her 40s.
Yeah.
They're shoving someone's mom around.
That's what's so, all these videos, you're just like, you see these people out in the streets for some cause, and it's like, you got kids.
I know. Yeah.
You're like a person.
Just go home.
Go cook for them.
Go to a different spa. Take your business elsewhere.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch the video?
No, I think I saw Rogan talk. It just came into my mind. I don't want to, we're not trying to copy Rogan
Oh,
here.
Jesus.
This
is why I can't listen to any other podcast because, it
just gets in your head.
It'll get in my head. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go. Now we're sweating Rogan, the great Joe Rogan.
The great Rogan. But yeah,
Sorry, I guess I'm a podcast cuck.
I haven't.
If you say you like Joe Rogan.
I'm a little worried that because I haven't seen a doctor in so long. But
I feel like you got. I don't know why. I just love throwing prostate problems on you. I bet you got a fucking enlarged prostate, Devin.
why are you saying that?
I don't know. You talk about when you go to the bathroom, you cramp up. You just seem like someone who would have an internal.
That's when I take a shit.
You seem like out of prostate. You seem like
How's
someone
that the prostate?
You'd seem like someone who has an internal issue. I'm not a doctor. You need to go see one.
I don't like this.
I know you don't.
I'm starting to stress. Give me a cigarette.
I'm stressing out. I need a cig.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I cramp because I'm in horrific shape. Like I don't work out or anything.
The
cramps
sign of a health problem.
The cramps are the muscles, though. I'm not like, oh, my ass is cramping. Like I'm not like it doesn't. It's not internal.
I don't know.
I think you're in bad shape.
Probably, but I take magnesium, so I'll be all right.
Same.
Yeah.
I heard Big Sean say he had heart problems and then they took magnesium and it was fixed. So
That's Big Sean.
magnesium fixes everything.
Yeah. So we should be all right. We'll be okay.
The way I deal with existential fear is I just go.
Oh yeah, that was it. We were at a bar. Sorry to cut you off. We were at a bar and you like pissed like 5 times, but like you had like 2 drinks. You went to the bathroom like 5 times.
When? Recently?
Yeah, we were at that bar in next to Atwater, where they had the $7 fries that don't come with your sandwich.
Right. I was trying to take a shit. I ate a bunch of cheese that morning.
Right, prostate. I bet.
How's that a prostate?
I'm not a doctor, Devin, but you're frequently urinating.
I ate a bunch of pimento cheese in the morning.
You're eating pimento cheese in the morning. Go on.
So what's wrong with that? I ate a bunch of pimento cheese. I had 7 eggs. I drank coffee with tons of half and half in it. I was shitting my brains out at that bar. I wasn't peeing. I don't have any prostate problems. Okay, I have colon cancer.
I hope I get a health problem. I want everyone to surround around me and care about me.
Yeah, I won't be there.
No.
I'll be telling everybody like he said I had prostate problems. He's a scumbag.
Yeah, well, I won't need you when I liaison it into my HBO special.
Your HBO special.
I'll be on Marin.
Yeah,
I'll be all over the comedy circuit. I'll jump. If I get a health problem, I'm jumping right back.
We're talking about a man we knew in the comedy scene who might have faked cancer.
Well, don't say new. He's still alive.
We know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still does it. I liked him. But
I don't know him.
I don't really know him anymore. But
I'm just the white devil.
he did a
talking
bunch
about
of.
somebody
He
I don't
had
know.
cancer. We all went to his like big. Like it was like a terminal, like it was like a living funeral. Everyone went to this thing, and then he did like Kimmel, he did like every late night show, he did got an HBO special, and then he just kind of kept on keeping on. he's still alive. And good, that's great.
I feel like I need
But
to
it's but it seemed like it was supposed to be terminal. So,
oh, he went on Ellen?
he was everywhere. Oh yeah, he did Ellen.
I feel like we need to mention Ellen though. That's big. That's what kicked
HBO
all this
special.
off. Yeah, but that's what kicked it all off was the Ellen appearance.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh
I
right,
just
was that
felt
the
like
first one?
I mean, yeah, he was doing.
Ellen kicked his ass backstage. Ellen abused him.
Yeah, Ellen was probably the only one who was like, "You better fucking die."
Yeah, Ellen looked at him and she was like, "Swear to God, if you're faking it, you piece of shit." Anyway, and then she just goes out and starts dancing. So yeah, that happened. I don't know. I mean, he's still alive, and that's great.
I feel like we should keep saying.
I love that.
Yes,
but it was odd because everyone thought he had to die.
When I saw him during that time, he was very happy just walking across the street.
He was also yeah. I saw him a couple times. He was drinking.
It shows you that a good attitude.
Didn't seem like somebody was. He was drinking a lot.
Yeah.
But hey, you got to go out on your own terms.
I mean, if we're looking at it from the angle that he believed that he was terminal, I would be drinking. I mean,
I totally understood that too. People were saying that. Other scumbags in the comedy scene were like, "He's drinking," and I was like, "Listen up, okay? Why would you not be if you thought you were just for sure going to die?
being my most unhealthy.
Yeah, you'd be drinking up a storm."
Yeah, this isn't Dallas Buyers Club.
I'm really here to defend the guy. It's sick.
I think they should give him another.
These
HBO
people.
HBO's kind of shitty that they only gave him a special because he was dying. I think they should give him another special.
Can't give him the he's here for the long run
You
special.
give Gerard
too.
Carmichael 3 specials. You can't give this guy another one.
Gerard Carmichael.
Gerard Carmichael.
the French black comic. Gerard Carmichael. Yeah. No, I think it's bullshit. You know, it's a weird position to be put in.
Yes.
People are like, I know I donated a little bit to you, and we all loved coming to your special, but let's hurry this up. I think it's time to perish. People are like coming to him. They're like, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. They're like, people are asking for their donations back.
You know,
There was a lot.
They come up to him like Pesci. They're like, I think I want my money back. He's like, well,
the casino.
Yeah, in casino. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't die, I'll put your fucking brain to sleep. Yeah, I watched that fucking HBO special. Yeah, I remember there was some. It was it was funny because the people that were so vocal about him faking it were like the biggest liberal, feminist, lesbian. They're just on ACAB, pro black people, pro Black Lives Matter people. But it was like with him, they were like confident. Like this wasn't even. It was like a year in. It was like, all right, give the cancer some time, for Christ's sakes.
Let it build.
Let the damn
Let it run through his body, for Christ's sake.
Jesus
What's the matter
Christ,
with you?
Before you start publicly, calling him out for faking cancer, would you let it metastasize? You sick fuck.
You're not even giving him a chance to be terminal.
Yeah. I don't know any updates with that. I hung out with him at a bar one time. I ran into him at a bar with my dad. And my dad talked to him the whole night, and it was like a fun
Your dad's
time.
like, are you faking it?
And then we left. My dad knew it was weird. My dad knew nothing about it. My dad turns to me and goes, he's faking it.
I heard HBO gave him a special for having coronavirus too. That's what I'm here for.
That'll be next.
Yeah.
That'll be next. It'll be like somebody on fucking Showtime special. Like, he's the first person with the Delta variant. Give it up. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting topic. We haven't talked about that in a while.
If ever.
Yeah, I don't think we ever actually did. It was a touchy subject. I mean, it is. It's fucked up, but I think he's made it. I don't know.
He's alive.
He was, I mean, it was supposed to be like he was supposed to literally live for...
You were supposed to die.
Like, it was like wasn't it supposed to be like less than a year? Like, everyone thought it was like rapidly...
I was new to LA at the time,
but it's like, how is he an asshole for just living?
For living.
Like, I remember people online saying, like, I was in the room and he got the diagnosis. So unless those people are lying, what are we talking about? I visited him, and I saw him in the hospital. He was fucked up. It was a really horrible time. So it's actually like, it's crazy that it's just a crazy thing.
It's crazy just
that people are just like, comics are such jealous psychopaths that they're like, yeah, but you're still alive and you did Conan. They're like, I wrote you a lot of nice things online and I was expecting you to die.
You took a spot from a different cancer-riddled comic.
I'm a good person, damn it. Die! Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Crazy things we witnessed in comedy.
Insane. That's
wild. That might be the craziest one.
crux.
I would tell people that sometimes years after the fact, and I'd be like, yeah, there's this comic. Some people in the scene think he like fake cancer. It's really weird. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but I don't think he did. He just is still alive, and that's a good thing. It's like putting everyone in a weird position. And people would be like, what? Like people, like regular people would be like, they'd be like, what community are you a part of? Like, you know what I mean? Like whether or not either one being true is crazy.
Right.
Like people's reactions, sick. Like that he's lived, you're supposed to want him to live. Then the opposite, if he faked it, that's crazier.
I kind of give it up to him if he faked it. I think that's kind of cool.
Don't give a shit. It's amazing. I'll do it tomorrow.
That's like some Andy Kaufman level type of shit. He should just play it off like that, like it was an act.
Yeah, he should.
He's like, that's how sick all these networkers are in LA. Mm-hmm. You can just circumvent the whole system. You just fake a cancer death that you're gonna die. You fake cancer.
Man.
That's how it's done.
There's been a lot of crazy comics. Did you ever hear about the comic that he's not crazy. I didn't mean that, but like this is totally different. This is not like this is the guy. Do you ever hear about this guy that was like a super clean comic back in the 90s, late 90s, maybe early 2000s. Super clean comic, like black dude, and he would do colleges, like those college shows where you get paid fucking so much money, but you have to be super clean and corny. And he was raping women at the colleges, like pulling them into the bushes, like after shows and shit. Yeah. He's in prison for like life now. But that guy was a stand-up comedian as well. Great community we're a part of. They're good people. Good people. I gotta get back to it. We gotta get back in it. I gotta get me some college shows. Off topic. I forgot we're even on. I gotta fake cancer and start raping women at college shows.
And then there was this other guy. Did you hear about Bill Cosby? That guy, he's clean. What if he raped? Did you hear?
He's innocent.
Yes.
Are you allowed to say Bill Cosby's innocent, like, cause technically? Oh, no. He had to admit he did it. That's why he got off. Right?
Yeah.
On a technicality.
Yeah.
Technicalities. God bless this country.
I do love a technicality.
I mean, people always say how fucked up the justice system is, and that is true. It's horrific. It's completely unjust. But imagine if you were wrongly convicted of something, and then one of these weird loophole technicalities got you off, like a Cosby. You'd kind of be like, thank God for this weird game we play. What a relief. It's crazy. We just play a game with people's lives. Somebody does something and we go, time for the show. Yeah. And a guy comes out dressed like a wizard and he like listens. He listens to people that argue in favor of you and against you. It's like the weirdest thing ever, actually. And there's a bunch of regular people that all work regular jobs that are just there like, I don't know what I believe. I'm going to go home and sit on it. And it's just a big game. Like, it's just a game show with your life. We just run a show with your life. You would think none of it would even be in a courtroom, like publicly. Like, it would all have to happen like in a boardroom where no one is playing to anybody. You know what I mean? I mean, lawyers just as a concept is crazy to me.
You're just hiring a guy.
You're just hiring a tap dancer for you.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
We just make the whole thing really confusing.
I'm like an idiot. I'm like, the justice system's just really weird.
What a racket that is, huh?
A goddamn racket. Healthcare, the justice system. I mean, these things don't seem good.
This country's going to hell in a handbasket.
Anyway, I have cancer. What else? What other crazy? What are some of the sickest? I know we don't like talking comedy, but I know we're not talking about comedy now. I'm talking about like the depraved part of it.
Yeah, no,
I'm trying to think of some of the craziest things I've ever heard, and I've tried erasing it off of my brain during the last like 17 months because I don't want to ever think about half these people ever again or remember their faces. But that's what was starting to make me mentally ill, was how fucking just insane everyone you're around is, and how normal it became to just be like, yeah, I don't know, maybe fake. The guy fake came. Yeah, I don't know, the guy rapes. Yeah, I don't know. Like they gave him drugs. Somebody sucked his dick while he was like, high, and he's upset about that. Yeah, that guy killed himself. Yeah, it's just every day it was just like, oh, that's normal.
Yeah.
Well, what are some things you remember? What's some of the craziest shit?
Those were the big ones, though. You reference like, oh, somebody's like sucked off somebody else,
Yeah.
But it's all those are we're getting into
when
like
they
the
weren't,
loser territory.
they were super high, and they did something like
yeah.
that, and people blocking things and like at parties or whatever.
Yeah,
I've heard tons of that.
They think they're big time. They're like, I'm gonna block a doorway too.
And it's weird in stand up. That's only in stand up. In improv, apparently everyone at improv was just raping.
Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Aaron, that guy, yeah, and he like started doing commercials afterwards. He got bigger because of it. Like the whole New York scene tried to like ruin him, and he just like leveled up and like started like
Yeah, he got
like more successful. People get into improv like God, a lot of rapists at improv. They were just yes-anding their way to the pussy.
Yeah, he's probably one of the progressive people now.
The word no doesn't exist in improv. And that's why there's so much rape in it.
He's like, hey, you want to go upstairs with me? She's like, no. He's like, didn't you fucking learn
yes,
anything? Didn't you learn anything in level 3, you fucking bitch? Get in the room with me.
You don't remember it? You're not coming up with that? You don't really remember
What about that Stutter comic?
What did he do?
No, he just has a stutter.
Gerard, come on, Gerard.
Well, I thought he did something. We're talking about people that did bad things. That guy just has a stutter.
It's
not a crime.
What's wrong with that?
I hate stutters.
Yeah,
really.
I've told you this before.
What
have you? Okay,
Yeah.
let's get into your hate crimes.
Yeah, what don't you like about stutters?
What do you like about
I
stutters?
hate that you're not allowed to make fun of them.
Yeah,
and this guy's going on stage, and he's like,
But it is. I do not like that. It's like you get into public speaking when you have the
one
thing where it's like, you're not supposed to do that. It's like a guy with like no arms, like, I'm a wide receiver. Just a guy born with no arms, like, my whole life I've wanted to be a quarterback. I wanted to catch balls just hitting him in the face.
And he's white. It's like, you don't see no fucking black or Mexican up there with a stutter making it on America's Got Talent.
There's
I've seen black people with stutters.
There's some horrific looking black comedians that are like dying inside, and I have one in mind who is just like blind and can hardly walk, and he gets up there and he tries.
Yeah,
and he
that
does
was
his
always
thing,
sad
and
too.
It's very sad.
I really sweet guy.
Yeah,
super sweet guy. And the last time I saw him, he had like people leading him up to the stage because he was like blind.
Yeah, that's sad.
He was like hitting people with his cane as he walks up to the stage, and it was a little comedic, but nobody can fucking.
I mean, I don't
laugh.
I don't want to go all sanctimonious, but a stutter. It's an intellectual field, so if they somehow can figure out a delivery system and they have some,
and he did. He got bigger than
good things to say.
He's bigger than all of us.
Yeah,
that stuttering, muttering prick. Way bigger than all of us.
Stuttering, muttering prick.
Yeah, that wasn't what we were talking about, though, Gerard. That guy's just a man with a disability.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. If he raped, though, then it would be what we're trying to talk about.
That's the next step.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're
all over the place.
Wild mind.
You guys are not even in comedy anymore. You know what bugs the shit out of me?
Gerardo's really throwing his hot potatoes.
I like it, actually, in a weird way.
It's the annoying amount of fucking white people in comedy, dude. And they just keep fucking...
Well, don't say that on this podcast.
It bugs the shit out of me. Why is there a cane pulling me out of here now?
What?
It bugs the shit out that they're white people.
Yes, there's so
comedy?
many white people, especially at open mics. It's like trying to start. It's,
Yeah, well, because white people. Okay, I have a good response to that. It's because a lot of upper middle class white kids, they are terrified that they haven't had any obstacles in life, and they haven't had any adversity. So when you start comedy, it feels very gritty. You're like, I'm doing open mics. I'm in a really dark bar, and there's black people here. And there's people doing cocaine, and it's like I go up on stage and I give my opinions and thoughts, and it's really like it makes you feel like you're doing.
They think
something.
they're in like a coffee shop in the East Village.
Yeah, it's just it's
doing those shows.
So it's like that's a lot of the times why they do it. I mean, a lot of people in comedy are literally rich kids that have the time to sit around all day and just think about what they want to say.
Right.
A lot of white people.
Yes.
So that's why there's a lot of boring white people in comedy, because they're trying to provide themselves with some fake adversity, you know?
3 months ago, I saw this flyer for a Cinco de Mayo show of an all-white comedic lineup, and they were emphasizing Cinco de Mayo on it. And that shit pissed me off.
You should dox them.
Yes.
You should attack them.
I have 200 followers on Twitter.
You should show up there and fucking really make a scene, honestly, and you say that they're stealing from Mexican culture and all that.
No, I'm good. I'm going.
Well, you got to play the white man's game. I don't know that's what white people would do.
Yeah, you got to go to war.
Yeah.
That's how you get ahead of it.
If it pisses you off, it's time to start fucking accusing people of rape.
Yeah, forget just talking about it behind the scenes and on podcasts and just complaining. Get out there and take action. This is a call to action. Gerardo, we do calls to action.
We used to do a lot of calls to action, and this call to action is Gerardo.
A face.
I want you to show up there in a full fucking Pancho Villa outfit.
A luchador
on a
mask
fucking
on.
donkey with a luchador mask on, and you go, you people are ruining my culture and appropriating it.
I'll never do that.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just kidding. I will. But also another thing, really quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
All the major clubs in LA are now, the talent coordinators are ran by women now.
Right.
And so any woman complaining still about not getting stage time, you're just not funny enough.
Yeah, right. Well, that's a good thing that women are the talent coordinators of comedy clubs, because we know nobody knows comedy better than women.
Yeah,
that's true.
Nobody's funnier than a woman, and so that makes sense. That's a sensical thing to do, just to have women run comedy.
I completely agree.
Women with overalls that have never made a joke in their life, I think they should run laughing.
Yes.
You
comedy.
know?
Yeah, I think
nobody likes to keep the party going more than a woman.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to keep jokes going more. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's a good thing. But anyway, back to like who rape in comedy. Who rapes? Who are people that rape? I'm just like naming names. We should just start like falsely. The whole podcast, we should just falsely accuse people of rape. You don't remember? I'm trying to think of like some of the most depraved shit I ever saw in stand-up. Like,
I mean, sorry.
There was this girl out in Claremont that died from doing heroin after going to an open mic. That was pretty bananas.
For some reason, my mind just went to like, who died of getting raped by a comedian?
No, she died from stand-up. Yeah. she went to an open mic. She's like, I have to do heroin now, and then that's that.
But then her mom was going all over social media claiming that these comics technically killed her, driving her to drug use.
Oh shit, her mom's a hero.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude,
yeah, blame it on the comedian.
I love that. The mom going after all. She's like, you talentless losers killed my daughter. She went to one goddamn open mic, and it ruined her life.
You and your dating joke. Yo, dating's hard. You killed my fucking daughter.
I saw some of the saddest things I've ever seen in stand-up. I knew a girl. There was a girl. She was very famous on a very famous show back in the day. Also has like a singing career and other things. She's an actress and other things as well.
That's a good.
And I remember she did stand up for like a year and a half, and she was like a famous person. And she's just like at open mics, like trying to fuck people, and just like with like hanging out with like bottom of the barrel people. And I remember thinking, like, this is like, life is so tragic. Like, there were some nights where I would just be looking at her and I'd be like, she's.
That's not what I remembered about her the most.
What do you remember
that
the
she
most?
would get on stage and talk about like pegging her boyfriend.
Yes,
and the boyfriend would be sitting right there, and he's just like not looking around.
Yeah,
like, that's her. That's my girl.
He didn't have much respect for himself.
He'd be like,
she would drag him to open mics, and then she would force him to do stand up, and he didn't even do stand up.
And then she'd be in the crowd, like, doesn't he suck?
Yeah,
everybody?
she'd be like yelling, like how bad he is.
He's not funny. Look at this straight white. Oh shit! This is the most depraved shit ever.
Here we go.
What? Should I name names? Whatever. Fucking
names don't need to be.
Yeah. A girl pegged her boyfriend on stage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fucked up.
And filmed it.
And then he kind of went down like a mental decline after that. He started showing up in dresses and stuff at open mics and doing drugs. And
So, and before the pegging,
she fucked him in the ass.
She's just like, yeah, she's cheering it on like, yeah, look at this, a woman fucking a man
and
on stage, and he's like pretty much about to cry.
And all these people in the crowd just with open wounds and scabs are just like like in a backyard, just like cheering it on. And then she literally fucked him in the ass, like on stage with a peg. Yeah, with a strap on. And everyone was like fine with it. Everyone's cheering it on. They loved it. It was a great moment for feminism. Can you imagine can you imagine if a male comic hosting a show goes, my girlfriend's here, get up on stage, bitch, and he pulls her pants down and just butt fucks her in front of people? Can you imagine the outrage? Babe, get the gape gloves. Show him your gape. It would just be in the new, like, local man rapes woman on stage at comedy show. And that fucked that guy up. Yeah. That guy, like, I saw him for a while after, and he was just walking into walls, stepping into rakes, just fucked up. I think he's trans. I think it's a she now. I think she's trans now. I always liked her. Yeah. Or him. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what I'm not sure what they identify as. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with how they identify on this specific date. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. And leading up to that, she would do bits about him giving her blumpkins. Oh God, yeah. I'm literally. I can't get. That's worse than any potential cancer fake. That's worse than any rape. No. Raping's worse. She would give him blumpkins. No, he would give her, but he'd eat her pussy while she shits, and that's closely connected. The pussy to the asshole. He ate some shit. Definitely. Probably. Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ! You swipe and you miss. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Well, how close is the clip? Can't you just fake cancer? Yeah. That's the algorithm. His chin probably got up in there and got some fecal matter on it. Mm-hmm. Man, I forgot about the Blumpkin thing. Fake some cancer. You're right. Blumpkin, what a great word. A Blumpkin. I'm getting a Blumpkin. We're getting real call her daddy right now. Here's how you give your man. Who have you fucked? So I'm dating this guy right now, and his dick is only 4 inches, but he's rich. I fucking forgot about the live pegging. Can't that God, man, he probably bled afterwards, and everyone's just standing around drinking open mic beer. Just drinking Tecate, just watching a man get raped. He probably had to hang out afterwards. Yes, with his fucking sore, bloody ass. Just talking to people. Just talking to people normal. Wasn't that? You've never seen anything like that before. Dude, it's literally most people in stand-up, like, they're like droogs. They're like people that just, like, there should be in A Clockwork Orange. Like, their eyelids are just, they're permanently peeled open. They're some of the most mentally depraved people I've ever met in my life were in the stand-up community. Come on, my lads. We went to an open mic and did the old in-out on stage. Just walking on stage. I got my boyfriend and did the old... I'm singing in the rain. You just start shooting audience members, bludgeoning women to death. And you're like, comedy, huh? That's when we hit the meth, and I decided to get on stage and do the old in-out with my boyfriend. Alex. Fuck. What else? I'm trying to think of. I'm coming up with blanks, but I witnessed that one. I'm glad I remembered that. Yeah. So I could bring it up for. It was funny. I remember one time T.J. Miller showed up to an open mic, which was like the biggest deal for that open mic. Like, no, he was famous. It was a huge deal, and he did it. And there was like rumblings of his like some sexual abuse stuff with him at the time, but it wasn't public yet. Mm-hmm. And I remember all these comics were like really upset at him afterwards and like talking shit about like why he was there and like we had like a rapist here tonight. And like it was like 4 to 5 of them were people that had like their own like weird like rapes in the community. Not rapes, but just sexual deviant behavior. Falsely accusing people of racism. Like that was the biggest thing. The false allegations. False allegations of like, I saw him at an open mic screaming the N-word. Like, just people would love to say that all the time. Like, that's happening. Like, anyone, like there's people out there that are just going, like, in the comedy community, showing up to the same places every day with the same people, and they've been saying the N-word on stage, and nobody's had a problem with them. Like, I remember somebody was like, he was yelling the N-word on, it was an obvious lie. Because I was like, well, they're everywhere. Like, nobody's beating them up. Like, there's black people at all these mics. What are you talking about? Like, you're lying. Yeah. That type of shit. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah. No,
We got kicked out of an open mic.
Lyric?
By those crazy people. Yeah,
that was insane.
They were in dresses, and the guy was, like, ruining our set in the middle of it, and we just screamed at them.
You have to pay money.
Yep, we paid money, and the owner of the place, the owner of this fucking open mic, started ruining our set, and then we started attacking him. I started attacking him on stage. I have video on my phone. I don't know if I could pull it up.
I think we actually play it in an episode.
Do we?
One of the old episodes.
And I just started, I was so angry at him. I've never been that angry on stage. And then we go afterwards. We leave to the bar area, and we're in a full-on
we're like,
screaming
I want my
match.
money back.
We want our money back. He's like refusing to give us our money back. He then goes, I get complaints about you guys. He like panicked and goes, I get complaints about you guys. You guys, women complain about you. You go, that's not true. We don't talk to women. Fuck you. You're lying. I look down. I don't even look at people when I'm at these mics half the time. You're a liar. Then I think I went outside. I threw his sign into the street. Then we came back in. He finally gave us refunds. And then 4 or 5 months later, he moved to Europe because he got Me Too'd for trying to for sexually assaulting women at his establishment.
Strong sexual advances.
You can't even write this shit. It was so constant when we were doing it. Yeah. Like, that type of shit was happening so much where we were like, yeah, the guy has been accusing everybody of this. Well, he's,
remember that,
he's a rapist.
Remember that girl who worked at Nickelodeon who accused a now deceased man of rape and
it ruined his life for about a year. He couldn't.
I'd say it contributed.
It definitely contributed to his
demise.
To his demise.
Unfortunate. I mean, I actually really loved this guy. I'm
one of the funniest guys in the LA scene. Honestly, it was the worst. One of the worst things I've ever heard about in comedy. It was definitely the worst death. Like, I knew him a little bit. It was horrific.
Yeah.
And he did it during the pandemic, but like for about a year and a half, he was just ostracized from the whole scene. Even the most liberal women in the scene were like, yeah, she's lying.
Yeah.
But nobody could just let him come back because this girl kept showing up with her friend who was out of her mind, would get naked and go on stage.
Right.
And she would pull out a fake gun. She pulled out a fake gun one time, and everyone in the crowd screamed like we thought it was real because she was nuts. These people are Clockwork Orange crazy, and you just have to keep letting them be there. There's like literally most stand-up comedians are just homeless adjacent people. They're just adjacent homeless people. They need a community, so they show up to these open mics, and you could just flock like a homeless bird to different watering holes. Half the people at some of the mics we knew just like slept there. They would just, it was like insane behavior.
Yeah.
And
wait for
that guy
echoes to open.
Was actually fucking amazing and hilarious and couldn't come to places for a year and a half because he was a rapist to people. And everyone knew it was fake because they knew she was nuts.
And there's another comic right now doing bits about how he used to fuck him. And they were like in a secret love relationship.
Oh, I think I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't want to name names, but I don't know, but I kind of know just based on things I've seen online. That's infuriating.
Yeah,
it's really sick.
And it's like
add it to the list.
A hot 10 minutes of like how you fucked.
Hey, you fucked the guy that killed himself during the pandemic. You fucking piece of shit.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, is he okay with that? Did you get his permission? Also, who are all these great friends of the guy?
Yeah,
he obviously had no one to talk to. That was ridiculous. Anyway, I have cancer. Anyway, here. Check out Louie, season 1.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to name their names.
No, I don't want to name them either because I'm done. I'm trying to like stay so far removed from that gossip. I was just talking about this because it was like I was like kind of like remember like when we brought up the cancer thing with the guy. I was like, oh my God, I forgot about all these insane things that we just normalized because we were doing it every fucking day.
You just want to ignore it and like focus on yourself.
Make jokes about general things, but this has just been an interest. This has been kind of like the old episodes of the podcast when we were still doing stand up and had to have these names in our head and whatever. Even though we're not naming names, Gerardo is. Gerardo's canceled. Yeah. Anything else? You remember anything else?
Not really.
Yeah.
There was this guy out in Riverside who hosted a mic on Mondays, and he would come on stage and go, "Who wants raw meat? Because we got raw meat here at the coffee house." And then he would get naked and then just flip his dick around. Yeah.
I remember there was one comic at the Improv open mic who brought a watermelon on stage, a black comic, and he was like trying to do this bit with this watermelon and like on purpose be like Uncle Tom like, and that was the act, but then no one laughed. It was just weird and awkward, and then he accused everyone of being racist.
Racist pieces of shit. Not laughing at my watermelon chicken joke. That's so funny. That's such that guy's like a genius, actually, because he's got all these guilty white people. They're like, well, we don't laugh because that's racist, but then if we do, it's racist.
He was essentially claiming that because you didn't get it and you didn't laugh, so you didn't get it, and by not getting it, you're racist. That was a lot of mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
So that was one. There are people's like insane bits that, if you remember them, are still like kind of just like hilariously bad.
Yeah, just seared in your brain, tattooed in your mind.
Yeah. Just, but I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
it really is just like pathetic. I really believe nobody gives a shit, no matter how interesting it is to us.
I mean, what we just said is pretty interesting. We talked about
we hit the highlights. These are bigger ones.
Yeah, we hit the highlights.
Where my mind's heading now
is like just
like
lame, stupid, like little open mic bullshit.
Yeah, and that's like, I don't know. Yeah, that's every other comedy podcast. They're talking about things in the scene that don't matter at all.
No, I know.
To anybody outside
inside
of the
nonsense
comedy scene. Nobody gives a shit.
Yep.
That's why I like talking about celebrities and fucking sports and
Britney Spears.
Yeah, that's somebody people care about.
She's in the shade. It ain't. There's no positive advancements in her case.
No, everything.
I don't think
1 week.
They're not.
A week.
They're not even letting her get a lawyer.
Oh shit!
They have control over her getting a lawyer.
Wow, they really got her by the balls,
dude. It's like I said to Ida, like my girlfriend, like is all obsessed with the case, and I'm like stupid. I don't know that much about it, but I was like how did this get this bad for her? Like I said on that one episode, I'm like, just run into the street, don't like a fan will take you.
I don't think that helped though.
Would she be arrested for leaving her obligation?
That just make her look more crazy, probably.
Yeah, Jesus, she's really trapped.
And I think they can just claim mental illness, throw her in a hospital. I think that's really what it all comes back down to, is because she's already considered mentally ill. They can just say, "No, we can't take care. We need to put, like an old person, we need to put her in a home. We have rights over her." That whole thing. So pretty grim.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Trump is suing Twitter.
There we go.
And Facebook and Google. Yeah. And he was like speaking today. He was announcing that he was suing them. And he goes, I am suing the owners or the CEOs of these companies. He goes like Jack Dorsey, so-and-so. And then one of the guys was like an Indian name. And he goes, Sundaradu. Like it was just so like him just pronouncing the name was racist. And then he goes, great guys. They're a bunch of great guys. Trump, the free speech titan, the warrior. Honestly, good for it. I mean, listen, I don't like Trump. I know I say that every episode, but I didn't talk about how great he is. But somebody needs to sue those fucks. They shouldn't have censored. They shouldn't have taken him off these fucking websites. You know, ISIS has a Twitter. OJ's on Twitter.
Yeah.
We all know OJ
Casey Anthony.
literally murdered people, and he's on Twitter. Casey Anthony's on Twitter.
Yeah.
Which I was trying to contact her actually to get her on the podcast.
I'd love to get.
I couldn't find a real page for her, but I was trying to get Casey Anthony's info. She's like a wedding photographer now.
Oh, all right.
She loves the sanctity of marriage, and we saw that with her case. But yeah, like there's horrific people. There's criminals on Twitter. I mean, why can't he have one?
Yeah.
It would be so much better with him on Twitter now that it's not he's not in charge. So it would be like funny now. Now it would be like the best time.
I know. Yeah, he would just let him run wild. Hey, freedom of speech.
Exactly.
What is it? This is America.
Yeah.
You can't ban someone.
Yeah.
Also, a former president. Right? He still was president. Isn't that
No, it's a bad look for the country. Like, I thought you're not supposed to really convict presidents of anything, right? Because it just makes us look like we don't have our shit together.
That's how Nixon thought. Nixon was like, a president can't break the law.
Then they got him.
Yeah, they got him.
It's funny that
Nixon's not on Twitter.
They got Nixon's not on Twitter. They got Nixon and they didn't get Trump. That's hilarious. Man.
I think that's got to be somewhat on purpose, right? I mean,
what?
How can you not figure out a way to kick out Trump if you really wanted to? Like all the powers that be, you couldn't do it. You don't want to kick out the president, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. I just think it was one of those things where it's like he was already so embarrassing. It was like, let's not have another shit show where we're putting him in prison.
Yeah.
That just makes us look like which we are kind of a third world country, at least during the pandemic we were. And it's like, that just makes us look so ridiculous.
I hope he goes to court. I hope he subpoenas Jack Dorsey.
I think
Trump v. Dorsey in court.
I think he's representing himself, I think.
No way.
I think it's like My Cousin Vinny. Trump's going to show up in like a fucking valet outfit. He's like, I couldn't find any suits in this fucking town. They're like, Mr. Trump, you're in Manhattan. No, he's not defending himself, obviously, but it's like, it said something about him doing it himself. Some aspect of it. I don't know the legal system really, but.
Today, in conjunction with
We're not on TikTok. Oh, you playing it?
Policy Institute, I'm filing as the lead class representative.
Look at this guy.
A major class action lawsuit against the big tech giants, including Facebook,
the big
Google,
tech
Twitter.
giants.
Where is he? Pause it, Gerardo. How come he looks like he's at
the White House?
He made like his own White House. Is he at the White House? Why does it look like the White House? He's not there anymore, right? Are they letting him sublet? Is he living upstairs?
Can I just use the garden for something really quick?
He looks like he's at the White House.
CEOs Mark Zuckerberg, Sundar Pichai.
Sundar Pichai.
Sundar Pichai. Oh, man.
Dorsey.
Dorsey.
Three real nice guys.
Jack Dorsey.
Three really nice guys.
Dude, really nice guys.
Today.
Yeah.
That's it. God. That's so funny. Literally, you just see like one little clip and you're like, God damn it, he's funny. God damn it, he is fucking funny.
That is really what's a bummer is that the derangement syndrome made it so that people could not even appreciate the sideshow.
How absurd it was.
Because you have to act like you care so much about the country.
Yeah. Well, we needed him to pretend we like all our politicians do the same exact bad stuff as him. They just pretend they're not. And we need that. We need that facade. He was just like, nope, I'm a psycho.
I can't stand people who take too much pride in professionalism.
Yeah, because it's like admitting to me that you like getting tricked. I've never quite understood that because it's like, yeah, he's not very professional. It's like, but when you're being professional, you're faking it.
Right.
So you like a liar? I don't get it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound presidential.
I want somebody to just present themselves.
Yeah. Being presidential means you talk about change, but you bomb countries and we don't see it. That's being presidential.
Right.
You got to be presidential.
Yeah. He wasn't presidential. He didn't start 7 wars. Man. You think we're going to go to war again?
Nah.
Yeah. I hope not. I ain't getting drafted. I hate that they let gay people in the military now. It's really annoying.
You hate that?
I don't like that because that was going to be my excuse if there was a draft. I was going to be super gay.
Yeah.
They took that away.
Yeah, that's smart. That's
Now I got to be like a flat-footed asthmatic. That's got to be my thing. When is the time? When is it up? When's the limit up?
I think 35.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
God damn it! I still have a lot of
military.
time.
I don't know about being.
How do they draft you?
They're gonna take like 18-year-olds first.
Do they still have the Saving
You're
Private
probably
Ryan thing, where it's like they don't? If you're an only child, like Miss Ryan, like we have to get Ryan back because he's the only child now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was so envious of Ryan.
Yeah, how come?
Because he got to get taken away, but doesn't he die? No, he lives. But like, cause he was in World War II. It's horrific. And then he had to have been a little psyched his brothers died. Because he's like, now I get to go home. But then I think he keeps fighting or whatever, that dumbass.
Sunder Puche.
That's Trump ordering at an Indian restaurant.
I'll have the masala.
He's like, I'm suing chicken tikka masala.
Sunday.
Puche.
Paneer sag, you're going down.
I miss that guy. Just seeing him do a new hour every night. He's bringing up the Gucci Gang.
So engaging.
He's bringing up Lil Wayne.
Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. I've never seen somebody be funnier with exclamation points. The guy was a master of exclamation points, like with his tweets. Just where he would place exclamation points, I would just cackle. And it's never really happened to me before. Like, exclamation points usually aren't that funny.
Right.
And God, that guy was good with an exclamation point. Very good.
I know.
Exclamation point. Thank you, Kanye. Very good. Oh, God damn it.
I love how anything that was going on too, he'd call out the person and then he'd be like, I'll be on Fox and Friends tonight.
Exactly.
To talk about it.
He's
always going on Fox and Friends.
He's always on Fox. Dude, he said so many things on Fox that the American people knew nothing about.
I missed all of it.
Because we don't watch Fox, but he could have been on Fox every night like, I'm going to kill the American people. And like, we just never heard about it because he was doing his own. He was at his club. He was going on his clubhouse show. He was doing his podcast. We'll find out that Trump had a secret podcast.
Sure.
All right, bad.
Blue Apron.
What's the play it again?
Zuckerberg, Sunder Puche, and Jack Dorsey.
It's like, that's funnier than any stand-up special ever. Sundar Puche. Yeah. How you doing, Richie?
I'm doing good.
Doing all right?
Sure. We're talking a little politics, a little Trump.
Talking a little shop.
Yeah. I love trying to figure out what's Trump up to.
Yeah.
Keeping up with Trump. It's more important than keeping up with the Kardashians,
They ended. The Kardashians I think they ended their run.
This is their last season.
Yeah.
Everyone
It sucks.
cares about
The
that.
entertainment's over now,
Our royal family.
No more good entertainment in this country.
Sunder Puche.
COVID is somehow surging even though I thought it's over. Tokyo's surging COVID-19 cases likely mean new state of emergency through Olympics. Who cares? Shut up. It's fake. COVID's fake.
Enough of COVID.
I know. Seriously, enough.
Look, I'm smoking.
Are we all admitting we don't think the vaccine works with fear of it?
Yeah, but
like, is that what everyone's saying? I don't get it. I went to a place today, it said masks still required.
Everyone's
this coffee shop, I couldn't go in. It said masks still required. I'm like, I'll never come here ever again now.
Yeah.
You might as well just put put a sign on the front that says we plan on going out of business in 2 months. Masks still required? Are we still worried about polio? Like should I get my crutches out and be like, just in case? Polio's still a threat.
People are excited to do it again.
They love it. Like, people are they want to get locked down again. They want this.
Yeah, they want to go.
They want to snuggle up with their wine and their cat, and they want to order fucking, Thai food and talk about, the new show they're binging, Tiger King 2.
It's just
They want it.
Thunder boot chase.
we got it. It's funny.
They're saying on the news though that the major vaccines are effective against the Delta variant.
So what are we? So who gives a shit? So what are we even talking about when we bring up COVID? If it's effective against the Delta, no.
Yeah, it's just, what do you say about it? Oh, it's coming back. We're gonna,
the president of Haiti was killed.
I did hear about that.
How'd that happen?
They ran up in his house and killed him.
Us, America,
they
probably
whoever they,
CIA,
yeah, probably, sure.
Why?
I don't know why they would kill him.
I didn't know Haiti was a threat.
Yeah,
it's like a coup, or not a coup. It's like what is the thing we did to Argentina? Or what did we do? It's one of those, Venezuela or something back
military
in the day.
coups when
we just kill the leader, we take it over, we put in our own guy. We did it with Iran, right?
Yeah, they're like killed him because of tsunamis, because of national disasters.
Yeah,
they're just like, you don't build it back up fast enough.
We kill the president of Haiti, and then we come out, we make an announcement, we go tsunamis are now over. Like he caused them.
Yeah.
That's nice to see, actually. Killed the president of Haiti. It's
nice to see.
Because it's just classic. It just means America's still doing it.
We don't know that America did it.
We totally did.
What? All I know is he got murdered. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of murders in Haiti.
Yeah. Well, racist.
I mean, my friends from Haiti, his grandfather got murdered. They ran up in his house and killed him.
What?
Yeah.
Why was your friend from Haiti?
His mom's from Haiti. His grandfather still lived
there.
And
they killed him? Why?
He was a rich guy.
Oh, because he was rich?
Well, the president probably has some money or something, too. I don't think it's the same level. Obviously, the president of Haiti doesn't get the same protection as
Okay, this guy goes,
country.
You're right, maybe it's not America. This guy goes, 2 weeks ago, one of Haiti's most powerful gang leaders, Jimmy Cherizier, warned he was launching a revolution against the country's business and political elites. Interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
Kind of an American-sounding name, though. Jimmy
Cheesier.
Jimmy Cherizier sounds like a guy from fucking CIA.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting stuff.
This guy goes, was living there for a short time. From what I understand, leadership has been a revolving door of dictators and coups for decades. So what's the name?
That's regular.
It's the name of the game
that's
over
regular
there. They like to kill. They kill their leaders.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
Isn't that regular third world country stuff? There's a leader, then that leader gets killed, and then someone new comes in.
You think we're gonna ever? When's the next time? I wonder if in our lifetime we'll see a president killed again.
That's interesting.
That'd be interesting, right? Yeah. Imagine somebody preparing to kill Biden. What a waste of an assassination. Just wait.
Yeah, just run out the
clock. All you gotta do is
it.
wait like 14 more months.
Yeah.
His brain's gonna assassinate himself.
He's old.
That's what I'm saying, folks. Joe Biden is old.
Joe's old.
But I wonder if we will. We probably will. I don't know though. I thought Trump would have been the guy.
Yeah. Trump, but the people who kill presidents were his supporters.
Really? I thought the CIA hated him.
They did, but obviously, not enough to plan a hit.
Maybe they did that theatrically.
Yeah. Just like it's a good look. They had to get ahead of it.
Right.
They wanted to look woke, which they,
CIA is woke.
CIA is very woke.
They're very woke.
There was that campaign where
the CIA is they're like we're woke, like we kill trans people. Don't think we're racist.
We're not going to kill a straight white man.
We're the CIA. We're not bigoted. We don't discriminate. We killed a trans person this year. We killed. They just start listing up a Mexican.
We're done with killing straight white males.
CIA, equal opportunity assassinations. That's what we're all about.
It's all equal opportunity. Yeah.
So funny. Every year on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the CIA will be like they'll post a big in memoriam to him, like, we miss you, MLK, the great leader. It's like fucking Juice. It's like in Juice, like fucking Bishop showing up to the funeral.
Yeah.
The guy killed.
Yeah, OJ posting about Nicole. Mm-hmm. Just be like, happy birthday, Nicole.
Happy birthday, Nicole. We miss you, and I'm still looking for the killers.
Yeah. Yeah, the CIA is pretty fucked up.
You're antsy. You're feeling a little antsy today, aren't you?
I'm fine. I'm just, it's...
You don't like how this is going.
Yeah, not really.
Why? What'd you think it was gonna be?
I don't know. I don't know what I thought it was going to be, but it's the same revolving door. You bring up, I don't know what I'm supposed to bring up exactly, but it's a CIA conspiracy theories. It delves into that. We
talked about rape and cancer in comedy for like 40 minutes. That was new.
That's big. Yeah, I don't know. When it starts to go down I don't know. My brain just goes off when it goes like all political. I just get bored by
this.
It.
Isn't even really political though. We're just bringing it up to make a joke about it. I haven't said anything.
No, I know. I
don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, I know. Just like the CIA.
All right. Did you see the Tomorrow War?
No, what's the Tomorrow War?
It's about the CIA. No. It's this it's a movie. It was like I think it cost them fucking $2.4 billion. No. No, hold on. No. It was like the most expensive action movie there is, like I think maybe ever. It's not in theaters. It's just on HBO Max. It's with Chris Pratt. It's like retarded. I watched it with Joey for like 30 minutes. It was so stupid and bad. 2.4 million U.S. households watched by when it came out. But it was just.
What's it about?
Okay, what was it about? It really made no sense when it first started. I mean, I was a little drunk with Joey. We watched it, and like Chris Pratt's just like a guy, and there's like there's a football game on or a soccer game on, and also what was wrong about the movie was that they acted like American households are all gathering around and watching a soccer game.
Yeah, no one gives
but it's like a middle American. Middle of the country family,
right? Yeah,
in
a bunch of people
regular
in Lincoln, Nebraska,
like in a regular boring suburb, all watching like a soccer game. Yeah. And in the middle of the soccer game, a big explosion happens in the middle of the field, and these people come out with guns that are in like the combat gear, and they go, "We are from the future. We are at war with a species. We need your help." Like something like that, and everyone's watching on TV, like, "Oh my god." and then I don't even know what happens, and then it cuts, and then all of a sudden Chris Pratt's just like training to be in the military to fight this evil that you have not seen yet. You haven't seen the aliens. You don't even know why. Mm-hmm. It was so stupid. But I imagine maybe we'll watch it later tonight. Maybe it gets better with whoever they're fighting.
Yeah, they're going out to fight unknown evil.
Yeah, it was just, but it's also what was funny to me about it was that like they don't explain that
it's just the Taliban.
They don't explain. Yeah, right. It was funny because they don't explain what Chris Pratt why he's special.
Right, he's just a guy.
He's just some guy, and they're like, "We need you, Pratt."
It sounds like
they're like, "Listen,
sounds like recruiting propaganda."
This is the job. Listen, to save this country, we need a dentist from Nebraska.
Was Chris Pratt's just a professional?
He was mailing it in. He wasn't even doing that. Nobody was good in it. It was horrific. It was a horrible movie.
The everyman,
the Tomorrow War,
joins forces to fight the future.
I wish I could get into action movies. My favorite action movie is Four Brothers. I love Four Brothers. Four Brothers is the best movie ever made.
I just like that Mark Wahlberg runs up in the court.
I got the rock now. I got this motherfucker now. He just starts shooting in the middle of a basketball game, waving a
Everyone's
gun.
acting like it's business as usual.
Everyone's just like, Wahlberg's here again. He shows up every fucking Friday.
These four brothers, they're always waving guns around.
These four brothers.
The white one, he's wily. And they're like, "Oh no, hell no, man. Come on."
That movie's great because like they're just like breaking the bones of innocent people and like leaving people in the dust like half dead, and they're like, well, he didn't even have anything to do with it. They're like, whatever, we gotta find Ma's killers.
It goes down in the D.
In the D.
This is how it goes down in the D.
I fucking love that movie though. I watch it all the time.
I love Four Brothers.
Kicks ass.
Yeah, just four brothers.
Four fucking brothers
running around.
I actually know the movie it's based on, because I'm a weirdo that loved westerns growing up. It's based on a John Wayne movie called The Sons of Katie Elder.
Okay.
Back in the day, where it's like four brothers, and they're all from Detroit. And John Wayne.
You can imagine four brothers.
John Wayne's.
They have different races?
John Wayne's very urban in the movie. And it's directed by John Singleton. No, it's just like a cowboy movie where these guys get revenge on like their ma was killed by like an evil ranch hand, and they all join forces. So this was just like a modern day remake. Like, let's put them in Detroit. Make it. It's great.
Oh hell no! They killed Ma. I'm gonna go crack some heads.
You're telling me they killed Ma? Who? The damn Redskins? These natives? The Indians?
These savages killed my ma.
I have like a collection of movies that
I
are
got the rock now.
I got the rock now. I got this motherfucker now. We're in the D. John Wayne in Detroit. I have a collection of
Sip that fucking water, Obama. Go ahead, sip it.
That's Clint Eastwood, isn't it?
Now I'm doing Clint Eastwood.
Didn't Clint Eastwood have a problem with Obama? Like, didn't he like talk to him like in an invisible chair at the Republican National Convention? When Obama was president, Clint Eastwood came out at the Republican National Convention and he like pretended he was talking to Obama and he sat in a chair and he pretended Obama was like in a chair and he had like a 10-minute conversation with him on stage.
I never saw that.
Very weird.
I was just connecting Michigan and John Wayne and Detroit and John. Well, that's Flint, but you know.
I think you're also thinking of Clint Eastwood again because Clint Eastwood.
I've never seen
Gran Torino. He's in Detroit.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other city we fetishize is Detroit. Every movie, Detroit or Florida.
And as far as I know, Detroit's like it's like 1,000 stray dogs and like Danny Brown.
Yeah.
That's all I know about Detroit. It's just a bunch of stray dogs and Danny Brown is in a house somewhere just being like, Chuck! Just rapping like an angry crackhead. I love Danny Brown.
Yeah. Danny Brown. Yeah.
He raps like a crackhead that's like occasionally gets very angry. Like he snaps out of his high and he's like, just gets like real.
I'm popping Molly's feeling homicidal.
He'll just be like, eat the bitch pussy by the Christmas tree. Don't touch my kid's presents. Chuck! So anyway, John Wayne. What are we even talking?
It's so fucking hot in here.
It's very hot.
Hazy.
It's very hot in here.
Yeah.
The things that fan sucks my ass.
There's nothing we can do.
I'm watching John Wayne talk to an empty chair right now.
That's Clint Eastwood.
You mean Clint Eastwood?
Oh yeah, Clint Eastwood.
Jesus, none of you fucking people can get it right. Get your old racist right. Play the Clint Eastwood thing a little bit. This was very funny.
I mean, you thought that was something that was worth doing. We didn't check with the Russians to see how they did there for the 10 years.
That's what Obama's supposed to be sitting in that chair.
But it...
Look at all these old fucks loving it.
It was...
I love Clint Eastwood, too.
It's something to be thought about. And I think that when we get to...
he just starts being like, and listen, you gook. You
target date for bringing
just
everybody
turns into
home.
Gran Torino.
And you give that target date and...
You listening to me, Zipperhead?
Mr. Romney asked you a sensible question. And he said,
They're
why
like,
are
you mean Obama? What are you
giving
on?
the date out now? Why don't you just bring them home tomorrow morning? And
Is he talking about the troops?
I thought, yeah. There's a... I'm not going to shut up. It's my turn.
Wow.
So anyway, we got...
He's just like, these blacks, they're loud. They like to interrupt. To an imaginary Obama.
I just wondered, all these promises, and then
Spit it out, Clint.
I wondered about...
no smoking Newports. I wondered about...
He just starts getting more and more racist to an invisible Obama. He goes, you can't drink that water.
And anyway, now sit down and pour yourself another glass of Hennessy. I got a lot to say to you, Obama.
Now, listen, is that your Escalade in the parking lot?
Pull your pants up. Stop saying it.
What are they all so excited about? Look at all these fucks. They all came straight from Gran Torino, right from the theater to here.
Of course, we all know Biden is the intellect of the Democratic
Biden's
Party.
more eloquent than you.
Yeah, somehow Biden can speak better than you.
Kind of a grin with a body behind it, you know.
Unlike you, very spry, with it man.
I just think that
I shit myself. I pooped my pants.
Mr.
I hate shit. It's black.
Are two guys that can come along.
I just snorted like a piece of shit.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh man, this is a wild one. I like to say that every episode. Every podcast loves to be like, we did a wild one. Have you noticed that? Any promotion for every podcast, they're like, this is truly one of our wildest episodes every week. Every week.
It took a little downturn, you know. The ebbs and flows of the pod.
You're the one that always acts like we're doing like a weird bad one, and then sometimes I'll listen and I'll be like, that's actually like, we were very funny.
I actually am not that one. You're like that.
No, you're a freak.
And then
you get freaked out. I'm totally comfortable with everything we do.
You get freaked out every time I'm not just like totally like looking at you like ready to go.
Well, we're supposed to go. We are on camera. We're doing a show.
I'm just waiting for the thing a bit to start or something to get going. You know, you're looking at your phone trying to figure out what the next topic is. So I'm waiting for you to get to the next topic. That wasn't the only time. You're in. Listen, you fucking kite.
Just watched Clint Eastwood. I'm ready to go.
See, I never thought that it was a good idea for attorneys to be president anyway.
Honestly, this is the best entertainment I've seen in like weeks. I forgot this existed.
I never thought it was a good idea for a black man to be president. Clint Eastwood calling Obama a zipper.
He's like, and the crowd's like, yeah, but he's not. That's the wrong way. All right. They're like, he's like, you're being wrong at racism.
He's like, listen here, Spick.
Yeah, right. He's like, I'm tired of you, all you black people coming in through the border, taking our jobs. Everyone's like, we like the racism, but it's just you're off. You're off a little bit, Clint. Oh man, I forgot about Romney.
I think attorneys are so busy. You know, they're always taught to argue everything and always weigh everything.
Are they attorneys, Clint? Yeah.
And they're always
these attorneys. They're always arguing.
These attorneys,
devil's advocating this, and bifurcating this and bifurcating that. You know, all that stuff. But I think it's maybe time. What do you think for maybe a businessman? How about that?
Look at that. What a diverse crowd at the RNC.
A businessman.
They ain't a businessman.
I think it's that time. And I think if you just kind of stepped aside and Mr. Romney can kind of take over, you could still use the plane.
Oh my God!
Maybe a smaller one, not that big gas guzzler that you're driving.
Oh yeah, you hate gas guzzlers. That's what Republicans hate. Big cars.
Stuff like that.
The fuck?
You know, a good gas-efficient car like a Gran Torino.
Living in the Gran Torino.
My Gran Torino.
Singing in the wind.
I can't do that.
Driving away from all the black people. Never to hear their rap again.
Something that I think
out on the open road in my Gran Torino. Obama nowhere to be seen.
Filing a false police report in my Gran Torino.
Have you seen the black on black crime statistics in my Gran Torino?
Yes, we own it. And it's not you owning it and not politicians owning it. Politicians are employees of ours. And so...
Wow, look at that. They love that.
They're just going to come around and beg for votes every few years, and it's the same old deal. But I just think that it's important that you realize that... And
spit it out.
You're the best in the world. And whether you're Democrat or whether you're a
It feels good to be on the other side of that, by the way. To be like, you spit it out.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's fun to make fun of the elderly.
Somebody does not
abuse the elderly.
We've got to let them go.
This kicks ass, dude. I could watch that all day. That was great. What a freak. Go to the very beginning when I want to see how he presents the chair.
All right, let me see here. Talks amongst yourselves here.
Just go to like minute, yeah, like right, a little before. I want to see him walk out.
Okay, yeah, some old lady brings him out.
Okay. Oh, they play a little clip. Here he goes. Oh man, look at this. It looks like fucking. Looks like a Metallica concert.
Clint Eastwood about to speak.
Look at that. They got the good, the bad, and the ugly in the background. Wow.
Thank you very much.
How does he present the imaginary Obama?
Thank you.
We gotta wait for the standing O.
He's killing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Come on, Clint.
Save a little for Mitt.
Very good. That's funny.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what's a movie tradesman doing out here? You know, they're all left-wingers out there, left of Lenin. At least that's what people think, but that's not really the case. There's a lot of conservative people, a lot of moderate people.
He just starts throwing other actors under the bus. He's just like Vince
Hollywood.
Vaughn
It's just
and
the conservative people, by the nature of the word itself, play a little more close to the vest, and they don't go around hot dogging it. So
Hot dogging it. He said hot dogging. It's what every white guy that hates black people in the NBA says. I don't like him out there hot dogging. Dunking.
I just
think you're better than us with your big black bodies, your ability to jump, you hot dogger. I'd love to say another word with an ER at the end, but they get upset, so I say you're a hot dogger.
some of them around town. I saw John Voight. There's a lot of people around.
Yeah, he's another sane
John's
celebrity.
There, Academy Award winner. Terrific guy.
Hot
and
daughter.
these people are all like-minded, like all of us. So I've got Mr. Obama sitting here.
Look at that! That even bombed. The crowd, even the crowd that's on his side, they're like, "What the hell is this old fuck talking about?"
I remember 3.5 years ago when Mr. Obama won the election, and though I wasn't a big supporter, I was watching that night when he was having that thing, and they were talking about hope and change.
I was watching that night when he was having that house party. He called it.
It was dark.
He called it damn election inauguration.
They were saying, and I just.
All right,
this is great.
enough. We saw it. I think we saw it from here. That is great. What we've come to learn today is that Donald Trump and Clint Eastwood are the most entertaining people on planet Earth when they're in their mode.
Any guy having an imaginary conversation.
It's like, that's so. I can't believe that's like real. I can't believe that he did that. That's so great. Also, not any guy. A man whose brain is very old and slow. Right. Who's like, don't worry, I'll wing it.
I've already been having imaginary conversations. I might as well bring it to the stage.
Yeah. They're like, don't you want like a speech or something? He's like, don't talk to me. I'm gonna speak to my imaginary friends. I'll be prepared. I'll show Obama what rap is all about. I'll freestyle.
I'll spin it off the top of the hizzy.
So listen, Mr. Obama, I'm coming off the top. As you say. Man. How long we done, Gerardo?
At hour 30.
Hour 30.
It's good.
Good amount of time.
Yeah.
It's hot.
It is hot as shit.
You want to watch some JCS?
Yeah. That's what I was
You're finally into this?
Well, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We were talking.
I am.
We were talking.
This has been
great. You were talking about these. You were telling me earlier today about these, like the court cams.
So I sent two different things.
The top 5 most disrespectful moments in court.
I think those would be more interesting to start off with, just because they're much quicker too.
Yeah. Let's play some of these. I think we're allowed to show these.
Okay, this one's funny. This is a judge freak out.
I think we're allowed to show these, Gerardo, on YouTube, because like I also don't care about monetizing these early videos, because I don't care about making 12 cents once every year.
I want to apologize to the audience if the switching is weird. I'm switching back and forth from YouTube to the video.
Oh, it's fine.
We'll get used to it.
We're going to get this switching down, okay? You goddamn people.
Yeah.
Now, let's watch some of these. I love this. Let's watch top 5 most disrespectful defendants. I love fucking legal system disrespect.
Oh, yeah.
At a traffic stop 2 months earlier,
he's innocent.
Citations for speeding and
this guy didn't do it.
possession of
Spencer
marijuana.
Boston.
Yes, sir. I think it's very unfair, the marijuana law here. I think we the people deserve better, because marijuana is a very harmless drug, and it's been around for ages, since the 80s and 90s.
It's been around since the 80s. This guy's like, listen, Your Honor, I know my history. Marijuana's been around since like 1998. Okay? It's got a rich history to it.
I like the bass line underneath it too.
Bung, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I like the music. It really gets you going.
Something's about to pop off. This guy thinks like normal is gonna jump off to his defense.
Yeah, right.
He thinks he's gonna have a protest outside the courtroom with what he's about to do.
Yeah, we can do that.
That'd be fun. Then you make another speech.
As the judge works with court employees to schedule a trial date,
May 7th.
Boston decides to take action
Here we go.
as he pulls out
Come on,
what
Boston.
appears to be a joint.
He pulls out a joint.
No one seems to notice.
He thinks he's like Seth Rogen on Conan.
Shockingly,
They're like,
lights up. And this time it's noticed immediately.
how come no one's stopping him? It's illegal.
We the people deserve better.
We the people. This guy thinks he's like it's like the Boston Tea Party. He's like, I'm starting a revolution today. He's like, damn redcoats. He thought everyone would be on his side.
The stoners are coming.
He thought Bob Marley was going to start playing and everyone in the crowd was going to crowd surf as he smokes his joint.
The judge is gonna be like, you know what? That was bold, son. You're free to go.
That was real. Yeah, like the judge was going to be like, you're pretty hip. You're pretty happening.
That took cojones.
We the people deserve better.
But he's immediately taken away
He's
by the
immediately
court officer.
arrested.
And
Dumbass.
Judge Barry gets the final word,
Take you to jail.
slapping Boston with a
Look at his
disorderly conduct
face.
charge,
Spencer
as well as
Boston.
another charge of possession. The judge also holds him in contempt of court, and Boston is forced to spend 10 days in jail.
That's it.
That's actually pretty good for what he did.
Couldn't he have spent like a couple months at least?
Yeah.
I thought contempt of court's pretty bad.
I don't know.
I don't know anything.
Oh, this
Well,
one's
Donta Wright
fucked up.
writes in court today to receive his sentence for the shooting death of high
Is this
school
that
student
meme? Oh, no,
Jordan
it's not.
Clee.
Never mind.
The
He's
other
pled guilty
one-
to armed robbery, conspiracy to commit armed robbery, a felony firearm violation, and second-degree murder.
This kid's a sicko.
As part of the sentencing,
Is he laughing?
a family
Yeah,
member makes
he's
a
just like-
victim impact statement on behalf of the victim's mother, who's too overcome with emotion to speak.
I sincerely hope that whatever it was you
Do your
wanted
impression,
so
Ricky?
badly that you felt
Your
the need to
impression?
murder my son was worth the 2 years of your continued existence.
Any guy rubbing his hands together like that is up to no good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just like plotting, just like, yeah.
Clint Eastwood said that, not us.
Yeah, that was Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood thinks this guy's Obama.
Wright's demeanor during this statement is not what you might expect.
Your actions have led
Someone's
you to
just
a
like
prison
washing their
cell
hands.
that
Devin's
also
like, you're up to no good.
While you can still hope to be released one day, I'll never escape my help. You are still alive, but Jordan has no future. Thank you, Your Honor. We're done.
I just want to tell y'all, I'll be home soon. R.I.P. Keon. I love my family.
That's all you got.
Shout out. He killed this woman's son.
Why does he think he'll be home soon?
Because well, he's about to explain it, but they did a plea deal. So in his mind, he's like, well, it's already set up. I'm young. I'm getting 10 years. They're giving me another chance. It's a done
Jesus.
deal.
So he is
fuck
getting
you.
out someday.
Well, yeah, no, he is. But
Can't the judge be like, I didn't like that? So you
that's what's about to
let's
happen.
keep. Oh man, this is exciting stuff. A&E is great. I got to start watching this channel.
A sentence agreement between the parties because it's bargained for, sentenced by the parties. But watching you sit there, smile and laugh and shake your head like this was no big deal, I'm very tempted to just say, I'm not going to accept this sentence agreement. We'll go to trial. And if you're convicted of felony murder, you'll go to prison
He's looking
for
at his
the rest
lawyers
of
like,
your
what
life.
the
That
fuck?
means
This
you'll
white
die
people
there.
shit.
That's what I'm tempted to do.
The judge does
He
have
just
the
leaned over and goes,
authority
"Can
to
you really do
reject
that?"
the
Yeah, he looked like he did just say that.
Yeah. And then his lawyer's like, yep.
The
yeah.
lawyer's like, yeah. You can't sit there laughing.
You can't do shout outs.
Yeah, you can't fucking Jesus. Keep it going.
Accept this sentence agreement.
Your Honor, before I answer the court's question, I would like an opportunity to discuss it with the victim's family. I have had a very lengthy discussion with the victim's mother as well as his grandparents and some family members. They understand that obviously this is the defendant who brutally murdered their son by shooting him in the back of the head. He's shown absolutely no remorse.
Oh, YouTube ads.
This is very insensitive, but before that, and I've thought this before, when I hear victim impact statements, they're usually so hackily written.
What's a victim impact? Oh, where they're just like...
They're reading... They just always say the same type of stuff where, you know...
They're always like, I no longer... He is not here, but you are.
Yeah, you are. You will get out and have a future.
Yeah.
My son has no future.
Yeah.
Because you killed him. And
I've been upset by that,
I'm not
too.
upset. I just kind of like eye roll a little bit.
Like you're like him.
Well, I didn't kill the kid, so I can do that. I'm not on trial.
Yeah. But I am a little pissed off about...
I'm annoyed with victim impact statements. You know what I mean?
There's a lack of pizzazz with victim impact statements.
Covered the Cleet family.
Like the Olympians, those were good ones when they were going against the doctor. That doctor who pretty much molested like all the gymnasts.
Larry Nassar.
Larry Nassar, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were good. There was one, if you pull it up, I mean, I don't remember her name, but she was killing it.
Yes, that was really...
Those are impactful, but these Midwestern moms...
a lot of people aren't great at public statements. They're not good at public speaking, and that's why they should do stand-up comedy. So when their family member gets killed, they can make a great victim impact statement.
Stand-up comedy is my therapy. My son was murdered, and I go up and talk about it every night. I also was raped by a stuttering comic that Gerardo hates, apparently.
That was crazy. This whole podcast started off with Gerardo just attacking the disabled.
Yeah, I didn't realize Gerardo's such an ableist.
Gerardo has a lot of disabled hate in his heart.
You're an ableist.
There's too many people with wheelchairs.
No, we can't go. There's too many. This is like an hour long of this victim impact statement with Larry Nassar.
No.
Let's get back to the top 5 most disrespectful defendants.
Give the people what they want.
I love this.
There's one where this guy, and good for him, but it's just so funny the way he like lunges at this other guy.
The people that you proceed with the sentencing.
Okay. The judge accepts the sentencing agreement, which puts him behind bars for 25 to 52 years.
The second one I sent you, where it says top 4, that first one, that one pops off. That one just...
Yeah, dude. I love when these pop
top
off.
Top 4 biggest outbursts.
This guy is ready. This guy's ready to ignore a victim impact statement.
Yeah. This guy's a piece of shit. He's flicking them off. Look, he's giving him the finger.
The victims?
He's giving the victim's father the finger.
Serial killer Michael
He's a
Madison.
piece of shit.
Madison's been convicted on 3 counts of aggravated murder for the killing and mutilation of 3 young women in Ohio. As part of the hearing, Van Terry, the father of one of Madison's victims, steps up to the podium to make a victim impact statement.
This dude fucking goes
Mr.
for
Terry's
it.
now just a few feet away from the man.
This guy's awesome.
Oh, he runs at him, right?
Yeah, but the lunge is just so awesome.
I guess we're supposed to, in our hearts, forgive this clown.
Oh man, I feel bad for this guy.
Who's touched our families, taken my child.
He's looking directly at Madison.
Wow, what a jump.
That was like WWE, like, oh, the steel chair.
That was wild. I hate that he didn't get him.
Yeah, that's it.
Do they arrest him now?
They don't mention. Yeah, they don't say.
No, I'm pretty sure he was let go for just
like
emotions
distress.
in court.
Yeah. I mean, that guy killed his son and was like smirking at him.
God.
This is in Cuyahoga. This is where they did like the serial season.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's there.
For the court system?
Yeah. That's there. Because I just
check out that, everybody. The serial season 2.
It's awesome.
The court system is really interesting.
It really is. And I just remember one of the things they talk about is how pretty much everyone knows each other. Like that.
He might have known
like
him.
The murderer probably lives like he's like, oh yeah, that's like this person's son. And I went to high school with him and he killed my son. Like when that guy's baby was murdered in the season, the guy knew who did it, but he's like, yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like then I'm a snitch. It's just going to cause me more problems. He knows who did it, but he can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. Anyway, that's a comedy podcast.
This poor guy.
Yeah, now I just feel bad.
I really hope he got out and they didn't do any bullshit.
No, I don't think they did. It was just the lunge. The lunge was just...
This is a hell of a jump.
Van Terry is released without charges.
Good.
Nice.
A short
Thank
time
God.
later, County Judge Nancy McDonnell hands down.
This next one with the girl.
That was like
isn't-
not fun.
Michael Madison is sentenced.
I missed the
This
stoner.
one- this one-
that will drop
this
a
one isn't
conspiracy
interesting.
charge.
This one's boring. This one's just sad. This girl doesn't realize how much time she's getting, and her mom just start crying.
What did she do?
Is reduced to
I don't know. I think
It better be murder.
Some kind of like aggravated assault
Oh, okay.
or robbery. Car. I don't know. I turn into Clint Eastwood. I'm just like some carjacking or you know how that.
You're right. It said carjacking. It just said carjacking. Fuck, 11 years for a carjacking?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, because I think she pled guilty, so they're just like, all right, well, it's 11 years. There you go. You said you did it. Off you go. And she's like, wait, what? She didn't realize that, like,
She shouldn't have said anything.
yeah,
and
just
had a lawyer.
Yeah, maybe made a deal. She didn't make a deal or anything. She had no idea. And
We now head to the Nesbitt Courthouse in Anchorage, Alaska, where this man
What'd he do?
he's trying to prove his
David
innocence.
Haig, came to court
for-
looking for justice.
Yeah,
But instead,
because they
the
blamed
judge
him for like
ordered a
killing.
new hearing to be held at a
I want to
later
say
date.
some kind of bears or some endangered.
Killed
animal.
a bear?
Not bears. Like he was a ranger or something, and he was killing something in Alaska that he's not supposed to be killing, but he's saying he didn't do it, and it's like a conspiracy against him in Anchorage to blame it on him.
Everything to cover it all up, and that's just the beginning of it. That's right.
The game pilot and tour guide is seeking to
Yeah,
clear his
game
name
pilot.
in a decades-old conviction, accusing him of killing wolves illegally while working with the state predator control program. He claims the state doctored maps to make it seem as if he'd gone rogue, and that state officials, who were trying to save face when confronted with a public relations nightmare, falsified the boundaries of the map to frame him.
The map. The map.
He's like, I wasn't killing them, I was fucking them.
He's like, have you ever felt the warm hug of a bear? Have you ever stuck your penis in a bear's buttocks?
Let me,
Your Honor,
The embrace of a bear, the loving embrace,
the loving embrace of a bear.
so warm.
Oh my God,
Warm.
there's nothing better than bear pussy.
Judge, let me tell you something. Moist.
Going in and falsifying the map.
This is
that
a
they
weird
convicted
one.
me with by altering the lines on it to make it corruptly seem I was shooting wolves in my guide area. That is
This is just another entitled straight white man.
I don't like the juxtaposition where it's like three black people that like they killed somebody or they
Yeah,
stole a car, and then it cuts to the
someone's
white guy and he's like, I shot a bear.
It was wolves. It was
Or a wolf.
Yeah.
Like,
I did not kill those wolves. It's a Anchorage conspiracy against me.
Conspiracy.
it's a conspiracy.
That is another felony. And I'm putting my foot down because
His glasses fall off. That was not smooth at all.
So, well, you're gonna.
This is bull piss.
He said bull piss.
This is bull crap.
This is bull piss.
So sorry that our court system is so corrupt that they would do this to you.
Haig is charged
all
with
that-
disorderly conduct.
They just like
violating an
canceled
order
his
to
court
leave
date.
a
They're like, yeah,
courtroom.
we're gonna just do this a different day. He's like, what?
Haig's attempt to clear his
Is there a better
name
one after this?
continues.
I didn't like that one.
We're at the Jefferson
Let's skip
County
over
District
maybe
Court
to,
in Louisville, Kentucky. And
um,
Judge Sandra McLaughlin is hearing.
Stephen McDaniel. McDaniel is hilarious.
I've seen McDaniel with JCS. What's it called again, Gerardo?
Jim can't swim.
Jim can't swim.
Jim can't swim.
What is that?
He's
about?
amazing. Oh, this chick.
She's crazy. Jennifer's Solution.
Yeah, she
The Stephen McDaniel
killed
case.
her family.
Steve.
Just go to the part where they see him. Oh, it's actually way earlier. He's talking to the news. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
this.
he's explaining it to the news. I watch this every night before bed.
Well, I listened to Kim by him.
Yeah.
Began conducting interviews with neighbors and classmates.
Listen-
one of whom
listen
was
to
Stephen
JCS.
McDaniel, but he was first interviewed by the local news, and at the time was unaware that part of the victim's remains.
So just to
had
set
been
it up, this guy
discovered.
killed like a girl that he was
He got
wanted.
he got
to
like
be
the
with.
master key to her building and was just going into her house for a while. And she even sensed, she's like, I think someone's been in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then and she was dead right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
What kind of person was she? I mean, how did you...
In his head, he's like, I'm
she's
killing it right now.
Very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know anybody that...
I'm totally getting
He's
away
like,
with it.
He's like, this guy in his head, he's like, I'm getting away with murder.
This is as easy as stealing candy from a baby.
He's just like, I'm a genius. I'm a diabolical genius.
That might want to hurt her.
I'm gonna go kill again right after this interview.
We just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body.
Had you heard?
Oh my god. He's like, what? He's like, wait, the body stays after you kill somebody? He's like, I thought it goes into the ground. He's like, hold on, I need a minute.
I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there.
He's like, maybe I'm not a good murderer.
Oh boy, maybe I'm not as good at this as I thought.
Oh boy. He's like, God damn it, I didn't know there'd be this many hiccups.
I didn't foresee this happening.
There's another one. I forget his name, but he said, he gets caught for murder, and then the way that,
as you
do, and they catch him because they like wire up his girlfriend, and the way he confesses is they go and get drunk, and he doesn't just confess to that murder. He's like, I've been trying to get this off my chest for years. I murdered like 19 people.
Oh my god.
He's like, they just finally caught me on this one. I just slipped up.
Which one's this? What's that?
And he's
one
like, I've been dying to get this off my chest.
He admitted to being a serial killer?
Yeah, but they
and he had a girlfriend.
They haven't found. He was a student at Illinois, University of Illinois. He was a grad student. He just picks up this Asian girl who had like missed her bus or something, and get like fucking decapitated her. Jesus. Like, he was insane. Yeah, he's fucking insane.
And then he had a girlfriend. He told his girlfriend that he killed a lot of people.
Well, they were
saying that he wanted notoriety for killing people if he was.
Yeah, he's like, this is my legacy.
Yeah.
But
so he might not have been a serial killer.
You're right.
Oh right, it could be lying. Yeah.
Because when he when he confessed, he was like, I've just been dying to get this off my chest.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, oof, what a weight.
I've been holding this in.
Fuck.
He almost got away with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit down.
I'm gonna go sit down.
Everyone at the time just like, that poor kid.
This is most likely a genuine reaction disguised as another.
JCS's voice just calms me.
Yes. The best produced criminal psychology show on the planet.
The Jodi Arias one's wild. That's a good one.
I want him to narrate my life. He's like, and then Richie went into the kitchen and warmed up the coconut oil.
Okay.
He pulled up Reality Kings and started...
What Richie was doing was trying to simulate pussy with his hand. Oh man, these are good. These murders. I love me a good murder.
There's one I gotta find when I go home. That's crazy. Like the cop is convinced that the person that's in the room is the murderer.
Yeah,
and then so he goes ham off the wall, like, you fucking killed her.
Yeah.
You know? And then Jim's just like, it turns out that they found the murderer like 3 days later, and the guy got like demoted to like paperwork.
Oh, that's one of the ones I sent you.
Is it in Guilty Until Proven Isn't?
Yeah. It's because there's two of them. There's this guy, and they use him to juxtapose the calm guy. This one, so it's interesting.
Good cop, bad cop, right?
Well, this one, no, not in this case. It's one guy, two people who have both not done it, two different interrogations. One guy's like doing the like, I was not fucking there. Like, what are you talking about? And the other guy is like just trying to logically be like, right, I hear you, but I didn't do it. So I don't know how, like, he's like, well, we have you on video. He goes, I don't know how that's possible because I wasn't there.
Right. Interesting. He's like
a nice guy.
I didn't know that shit. I didn't. As God is my fucking witness, I did not do it. I used to be a piece of shit when I got.
This poor guy went to prison for I think a couple years
because of this, and then he got out.
Yeah, because then they found out he was wrongful.
What was he up for? Murder?
It was a break-in and breaking and entering in. Like they say, you like punched a girl.
All you gotta do is call and ask my mother.
So you're telling me you didn't step foot out of the house?
Not 1 foot.
Tuesday.
Not one.
This guy reminds me of that battle rapper from Virginia.
He reminds me of he reminds me of Southern. Oh yeah, Big K.
Yeah, he's Big K.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Big K.
It's from the innocent being directly accused. He comes off aggressive, but in a
my bad.
So here's the other guy. Yeah, this poor guy.
Like I said,
the guy who did it, by the way, but they said there was like plenty of witnesses. It was like a 5'8" white guy.
Really?
And this cop just drags this like 6'2" black dude in.
This cop's like, yeah, he's calling the other detective. He's like, yeah, I got him. It's Obama.
our key witness is Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood's on.
There's a number of witnesses.
Great.
One of whom had a video camera.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay then. Well, that's relieving. That's relieving, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
So view the video camera.
He's the nicest guy.
I know.
Wow.
That's why your guilt isn't in issue here.
That doesn't even make sense to me.
No, the one I gotta look for the one I was telling you about.
Oh, this isn't it.
This guy goes off kilter, like crazy.
Because they say at the end of this one they were like they were demoted and yeah.
This is interesting though. Let's keep this on for a sec.
Makes perfect sense to me.
We'll have to. I guess I have no choice but to get a lawyer then. If this is the kind of thing you're going to go through with me.
This isn't going to go away. You're charged with breaking in. You will be charged tonight. Okay. You will be going to court in the morning.
Perhaps the most upsetting moment, considering the fact that we know this man is innocent. You can see the fear emerge in his eyes as he realizes he won't be going home after this interview.
Charged with breaking in with intent.
I wish this is what Pause with Sam J was.
That's what's going to happen right now.
We're now given an insight.
Or it's just them pausing.
It's just like
they're like pause, like.
and this is when they realized that being a lesbian on its own wouldn't get you very far. You need to be talented and charismatic.
He is noticeably afraid of what
like
lies
Sam.
ahead,
Sam's
yet reacts
kind of
to the
complimenting her,
situation
right?
with reasoning and intuitiveness. Rather than explode into emotion like the more extroverted personality, he instead processes the moment and then responds to it from an analytical position.
Can I ask you something? Okay, are you just making this up that you have a video camera so you see how I react? Because it goes that if you're saying, okay, hear me out for a second, please. If I am guilty, as you believe, because you have me on video camera, then okay, we'll go through the procedure. But I'm saying, I'm trying to call your bluff here because since I know I didn't do it, there's no way I can be on the video camera.
Well, like I say, it's not a game of poker.
Okay, well,
I've got nothing to gain from that.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time, all right?
You know what? I've got nothing to gain from that either way.
Is it a British cop?
Which is why
this
I'm
is
asking
in Canada,
you.
Vancouver, I think.
Did you do it? I'm trying to catch you out. I've got nothing to gain from that.
Getting a confession void of evidence is in fact excellent for an investigator's career. It's a mark of merit and can accelerate promotion. Michael continues to profess his innocence in a calm and composed manner for a further 7 minutes. The detective then asks that he draw out a map and specify his movements before the arrest. Every detail of his alibi was later
I know we kind of know them, but this is just too funny to me. Like the pause comes on, it's like they thought just throwing a party with their friends would be a television show.
But it turns out they had all drank a little too much Hennessy.
You're going to be charged tonight with breaking in. However, I do have a duty to make sure that the truth is, and the truth is paramount, and the true version of events is paramount. And I have a duty to investigate all of this, and I will investigate. I assure you, I'll investigate this story thoroughly.
What a scumbag!
And hopefully, I'll be able to find something here, which will either prove or disprove. What we discussed tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Problem is the speed at which this is going.
Yeah.
Like when I was on the ground, I was saying, "Go quickly to the terminal." I have like 6 or so guys around me. Like talk to the bus driver.
Right.
Like
Like I can't comment on things that haven't been seen, unfortunately. But now
this poor guy. Fuck.
Now I'm looking at this. I mean, this is basically.
He doesn't. He gets out.
Yeah, like
quick.
3 days later, and sues the
events
shit out of him.
And
this guy gets demoted.
That's great.
And everyone involved gets demoted, and it like affects their careers. And
fuck yeah, keep it playing for a little bit more.
Yeah. But I will certainly make sure that this is looked into thoroughly. I can give you my word on that. That's my duty. That's what I have to do.
Okay, I trust you will. I was just wondering, can I make a phone call? Because I'm supposed to be at work at 8 a.m.
You're not going to be able to be at work. Yeah,
I know I'm not going to be able to, but I like to phone ahead.
I can arrange that that you get the phone call to let someone know that you're not going to be at a place. Yeah.
So I'm hanging out in that room till 10?
No, we'll be taking you downstairs to a larger custody facility.
God, I hope this guy got so much fucking money from these idiots.
It's not the most pleasant place in the world, but it's only for a few hours.
Okay.
Okay. From court tomorrow, what happens there? I don't know.
Okay, well,
and I will look into all of this.
I trust you will, yeah. I trust you will.
And he like doesn't trust. He's like terrified. Okay. He just has to keep pretending
because he knows that he has to trust.
Right.
Him. Like you don't have an option.
You're not in an enviable position, and
I understand the process. I'm not satisfied with it. That's what I'm saying.
And I don't expect that you're going to be happy with it.
And I'm thinking. No disrespect to you, but I know someone sitting in this chair has probably lied to you a million times, right? So I'm thinking, what can I do to convince you? I tried to give you the information. Like,
you've been very good with me, and I try and treat everybody as an individual.
Okay.
My main aim is two things: is that you get your rights that you're entitled to under the Constitution of Canada, and that you're treated decently, and that the truth comes out.
The truth eventually did come out, but the suspect wasn't treated decently. He was kept in jail for 3.5 days before a separate investigator looked into his alibi witnesses and checked surveillance of the area.
So some good cop had to find out what's going on here.
They didn't even look into it.
A civil trial ensued, and Michael was awarded $46,000 in punitive damages.
Not even that much.
The interrogating officer and
3 days in
other
jail affected the
investigators.
dude's work.
She got so much more.
Also, just the stress of going through that.
Do you ever see that movie Role Models with Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd? One of my favorite fucking scenes in that movie. It's so funny when there's like this one guy's like pleading with the lawyer, and she's like, "You're gonna have to do some time." And he's like, "That could be." She's like, "We have video of you doing it." And he's like, "That could be any guy." And then it cuts to the video, and he's like, "Look at me, David Taylor, stealing TVs." Says his whole name.
I can't believe it. Me, David Taylor.
He's like, I can't believe it. Me, David Taylor, stealing TVs.
That scene always kills me.
Fuck.
Did you guys ever watch the Night Stalker documentary?
I watched a little bit of it. It wasn't. They're all kind of made the same now, and it didn't interest me that much. But yeah, he was fucking. That guy was.
You know what the funniest part about that was the police. Like the memo guy had a drinking problem, right? And they only got footprints from every single crime scene. But to me, it seemed like they just got a footprint and were like, let's go to the bar, guys. We got enough evidence for today. Because then they later came out with this drinking problem.
Did it affect the case? Like, did they not catch Richard Ramirez quick enough?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, right. Yeah. You know, Richard Ramirez used to go kill people all night, and then he would go walk into the Cecil Hotel, like covered in blood, go up to his room, and like for years that happened.
Yeah,
and nobody said anything. No one. They were just like, I don't know. Richard was out again. They were like, he fell.
That maniac.
He fell again.
He loves covering himself in blood.
Oh man. Well, that was good. I want to
2 hours.
I want to be questioned.
Yeah.
I'd love to be questioned. No, I wouldn't. It would be terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do. I never know like why they're not just like when they're innocent, why they're not just being like, what the fuck? Like,
well, that's what this other guy in that video does.
He's like screaming.
Yeah, he juxtaposes like the difference between an introvert and an extrovert response to
being
falsely accused.
Do they say it's better to act like outraged?
No, both people get. I mean,
there's certain times
they both get taken away for like a couple days.
The guy who's more extroverted did have priors.
Okay,
so that didn't help.
Got you.
There's certain times where it's good to have a crazy emotional response. Like if they ask, "Did you kill this person?" and you go, and the response of an innocent person would be to ask a question like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, or like they say like shorter answers are usually the sign of someone telling the truth. So when yeah, you just go into like this long explanation. But like if they're like, so how did you know the victim? You'd be like, it's my sister's friend.
Right.
And then, but someone who did
But if you go like, yeah, my sister's friend, we were coming back from Carl's, and I knew her and Carl. Like, you start talking.
Yeah,
like,
you start
okay,
rambling.
Well, you're trying to make up some weird story. Yeah.
Yep.
Fascinating.
One of the craziest ones is that woman cop that killed somebody 20 years ago. Did you guys ever see this?
That was great. Stephanie Lazarus. She's out of her fucking mind. That bitch. Holy shit.
What was that?
This female, this woman killed this guy she loved, his wife.
Yeah,
Like in the 80s. She went on to be a cop. She was a cop for like 35 fucking years, and then they look back into the case. It was a cold case. They look back into it, and they think it's her, and they bring her in, and she's just so immediately, obviously guilty.
Yeah.
And they're not even pressing her that hard. They're trying to be like, we know you're a cop. We're cops.
Right.
That's a crazy one. She's like doing all these like smiles.
Crazy
like,
faces.
What do you think? You think it was me? I mean, couldn't have been me. It's nuts. Oh, it's great. Anyway, I love murder and
fascinating
things like that.
stuff.
Anyway, let's end this. I gotta piss.
Yeah, it's hot as
I gotta
shit
piss
in
like a fucking racehorse over here.
Watch some Jim Can't Swim.
Why is it Jim Can't Swim?
You want me to look it up right now?
No.
Okay.
Save it for next episode.